They don't know what's coming. I got Sadza, Miriro, Dovi, Nyama, Timbi, Muto, Guru, Vura. Sadza, Miriro, Dovi, Nyama, Timbi, Muto, Guru, Vura.
Ndinokuchingamidza muchirongwa Miriro Moments apo patichange tichitaura nezvekunge uri muZimbabwean. Hama vadiwa, ndinoziva kuti zvinhu zvinomborema dzimwe nguva, asi Mwari akatisika nechinangwa chekunge tiri maZimbabwean. And inini moyo wangu unodisisa kunge ndiri muZimbabwe. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Miriro and this is Miriro Moments, and to become a LEET member all you have to do is to subscribe down below and switch on the notification bell so that you get notifications whenever I post a new video. LEET basically stands for Leave Earth Empty Team, and it's basically the idea that we are not going to be that generation that is going to leave this earth not having fully lived out our dreams, not having fully fulfilled our purpose, not having answered the call that God has upon our lives. You know what I mean? Is today I am going to be doing the Zimbabwean or ethnicity tag. I can't believe that I've been on YouTube for so long and I still have not done it. So I was just like, you know what, let me get with the times and let me do it as well. And also I just feel like it's a good way for those of you who are new or you don't know me very well to get to know me. So yeah, I did download the questions on a blog post that I saw on the internet, and it's pretty interesting. So we're just gonna get right into the questions. So the first question is, what part do you originate from and what ethnic group are you part of? So I come from Weza, which is basically my Kumusha. In my ethnic group, we are Zezurus, if I'm not mistaken. We are Zezurus and Shonas. Yeah, I think ndizvozvo guys, because Zezuru is the ethnic group and Shona is the language. So ndirim Zezuru. Does that make sense? Yeah. The second question is, can you speak any of your country's native languages? Yes, definitely. I'm sure you guys have already seen. Ndinotaura Shona. I am learning a bit of Ndebele, doba doba. You know, here and there. The third question is, what is your mutupo? Right, so ndiriva mambeva. My mutupo is mbeva musoni, and I actually know my chidao because my dad is very big on knowing your culture and stuff like that. So I actually grew up with this frame of our chidao. Chidao is, you know, how you thank people how you thank people using your totem and stuff like that. So there was this frame that was literally outside my room, and every single time I would come out, I would see it. So over the years, I basically learned it. And the other day, I actually surprised my dad and I was saying it, and he's like, you know it. So let me do it for you guys. So how we thank people, according to my mtupo, we say, Maitambeva, Maitamsoni, Tovakare Zimbabwe, Batorava, Maita, Vokamsina ke, Vasingajgi Chokufa Choga, Vangwenye. Okay, that's as far as I go. But, you know, at least I know. And actually, I am part of being a Musoni, someone Anerambeva. That means I'm part of the Varemba tribe. The Varemba tribe basically were Muslims and Jewish people who immigrated from, you know what, I should probably know my history better than this, but basically we are a fairly special group in the sense that there are ways that like we live according to our culture. I mean, some of those things we don't follow as much anymore. How we're not allowed to eat pork, a woman is not supposed to slaughter any animal, the gentlemen in my tribe have to be circumcised and they have to go to the mountain and stuff like that. Vamambeva is the women. The men are called Anabatorava or Musoni. My father needs to watch this. He would be so proud. Anyways, so the next question is, if you went to school in your country, what is your favorite memory in school? And I actually really love this question because I thoroughly enjoyed being in high school. I don't even want to lie. I have such amazing memories from high school. I also have really bad memories from high school, but the good ones. We're talking about the good things here. So, I think for me, performing. I used to perform a lot. Like, we used to have this night called Evening of the Arts. So basically we would audition, and then if you did something interesting like a skit, or if you're singing or something along those lines, then you would sing or you would go and act and stuff like that. And I don't know if people know this, but like, well, I am dramatic. I mean, I'm sure you know by now. But I did drama literally from primary school. And then when I got to high school, I wasn't part of the drama club. But I used to do a lot of like performing arts. So choir days were amazing. I loved choir days. They were so amazing. We used to like leave school and go to like events. Would like go to Eisteddfod. Would go for combined choirs. We did such amazing things. So I think overall, the fact that I got to express myself, my creativity very well in high school, I absolutely enjoyed it. The next question is, what food do you enjoy the most in your country? Ha! Guys, okay, my favorite, I think I would say rice rinedovi. You know, I tried explaining this to some of my South African friends, and they're like, oh, you put dovi in rice. And basically, it's peanut butter. You put peanut butter in your rice. And I'm like, if you only knew. I love rice rinedovi that's just like freshly made, you know. Then per side, lightly fried veg. Then per side, beef stew. My goodness. Oh my God. That for me is it. I really like that meal. But beyond that, I like soft sadza. I don't like my sadza very thick, but basically that's our staple food, right? So our staple food is sadza. It's basically pap, and the softness, like the soft one with meat yakagochwa, nyama yakagochwa.
They don't know what's coming. Yeah. I got Sadza, Miriro, Dovi, Nyama, Timbi, Muto, Guru, Vura. Sadza, Miriro, Dovi, Nyama, Timbi, Muto, Guru, Vura.
Ah, Jesus. Yeah, that's it. That you can't tell me nothing. And then another thing that I really enjoy is nopi. Nopi is pumpkin porridge, and they put peanut butter as well. So those are some of the traditional foods that I like. I would have said chibage, but I think growing up I had too much of that, so I don't really like chibage that much. Were you born in your country? And the answer to that is yes. I almost wasn't, but I was. What do you like most about your country? And when I saw this question, I really had to think, because there's so much to like about Zim. Number one, I love the people. I love Zimbabweans. I love our relentless spirits. I love how welcoming we are and how loving we are. In Zim, you know, we greet each other when we pass by each other. We smile. We're so willing to help. If there's somebody who's not from the country and we can tell if the person is not from the country, we're going to assist. We're not going to insist that they know Shona. You know what I mean? You know, so it's things like that. We are a very friendly nation. We're generally really funny. Like, we laugh about the serious things. Number two, I love the weather. It's usually warm. You know, when it's cold, it's not that cold, you know, it's bearable. Next question is, which clothes represent your ethnicity? This is actually very emotional for me, because when I was in uni, guys, you know how in South Africa they have Heritage Day and people would have to like wear their traditional attire and stuff like that. And the different ethnic groups and tribes in South Africa literally have distinct clothes for their tribes. Now with Zimbabwe, I don't know where we went wrong. So I was researching this, and then I saw those pictures, Anna Sekuru Kaguvi and Mbuyane Handa, like literally our war heroes and heroines, right? And I found that they had a specific attire. Like Mbuyane Handa in one of the, I think I'm gonna insert a picture here. She had like like a, I don't know, like a cloth that was tied here, and then it went like this, and then Sekuru Kaguvi had something that was just tied around, you know, his waist. So I'm guessing that's what they used to wear back in the day, and I'm sure before that they probably wore animal skins, right? But we're at a point where we don't really have a proper attire, and I know they tried getting one, or rather they're working on it. I think the Zimbabwean First Lady did some sort of campaign of getting like a traditional cloth for Zimbabweans. I'm gonna insert a picture here because I remember I saw Ruveneko, who's like a very famous journalist, wear it, and she was promoting it, but I don't think it was received very well because, well, okay, you should tell me in the comments what you think about this cloth. Do you like it? Do you not? Should we actually make it our traditional dress? But I mean, in Zim, I think what's been accepted is if you're wearing African print, as I'm doing now, you know, you are trying. At least you're trying. The next question is, who is your favorite Zimbabwean artist? One of the artists is very obvious because I've done a cover by him before, and that is Oliver Mtukudzi. I was so heartbroken that he passed away before I had actually attended a live show. I love Mtukudzi. You know, I was actually introduced to him by my dad. You know, we used to listen to him if he's driving me to school, if we were going on a road trip at home, we would listen to him all the time. And one thing I absolutely loved about him is also linked to my choir days in high school. You know, I remember one of my favorite songs that we ever sang was, how did it go? Imi baba manyanya kutuka mai barararam bam bam barararam bam bam barararam noti isuvana. Something along those lines. Loved it. The second musician I love is Ja Praiser. I'm sorry, you can't tell me otherwise. I know there's been some sort of war between Winky D and Ja Praiser, but personally, Ja Praiser does it for me. The other musician that I really like is actually Minister Mahendere. Gospel music. I love his voice. He's brilliant. I love his music. I also like Timbalami. I love the song Mirira, hey, Uchapiwa, Simbaija. Love that song. He did a thing there. Then I also love Janet Manyowa's music. Then another contemporary artist that I really enjoy is Holy 10. Yeah, Holy 10 is... There's Holy 10. There's also... What's his name? I love... What's his name? Mr. Purity. I love XQ. And I was listening to one of his old songs back in the day, and I'm like, this is one of the people who has remained consistent in the music industry in Zim. Because I was listening to Ndire Musalala. And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy. But like, he's managed to stay relevant, so I really like that. That is the Zimbabwean and Ethnicity Tag. So tell me, what's one thing that you really love about your country, one thing that you really enjoy about your ethnicity group? Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe down below, switch on the notification bell so that you become part of the team. The coolest team on this corner of the internet. I'll see you in the next video.